I think we can all acknowledge the fact that freedom is dangerous. And one of the things that makes freedom dangerous is that stupid people will do stupid things with their freedom, including driving recklessly on the public roadways. And common sense tells us that that danger exponentially increases when you add the number of speeding, recklessly driving vehicles on the streets, even if those extra speeding vehicles are patrol cruisers. You're just adding to the danger. So if you think you had problems before with dangerous freedom, just sprinkle a little bit of government official reckless driving into the mix, and you got a dangerous concoction that's just waiting to explode on a bunch of people. Before we watch the press briefing of the lying psychopaths of the Tampa Police Department with regard to the 4 who are now dead and the 11 seriously injured after they chased a speeding car into a crowd, which this guy will claim they didn't do, let me give you a small glimpse at just how dangerous the adrenaline junkies at the Florida Keys Police Department are when they ravenously tried to chase down a speeding suspect.
Oh my God, don't stop. Why are you slamming on the brakes? I just saw him do a pit on him. Damn, wild, dude. Look at him, they're pinning him in. That's freaking wild. Holy shit. The road's about to be shut down right now. He's still going. Oh, they're shooting. Oh, he's coming back. Damn! What in the actual fuck?
So not only are they chasing this guy, not only have they deployed all of these resources, not only are all these speeding vehicles now on the road jeopardizing the lives of everyone on the roadway, some of these cops decided to take out their service weapons and start shooting at this guy while they're in a moving vehicle. Where did those bullets go? We don't know, and we don't care because we got qualified immunity. Let's continue with the action.
Damn, son. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, he's coming back. Oh, he took out the boot. Oh, my freaking God. Brand new boat. They said he just pulled out right here. Literally just bought it. What an idiot. What an idiot.
Yeah, this guy is an idiot. If you're speeding on the open roadway and you're being reckless, you have a blatant disregard for life, but no less a blatant disregard for life as the badged road pirates have. Now let's take a look at the high-speed chase that happened in Ybor City today.
Ybor City this morning has left 4 people dead, 11 others hurt after a speeding driver lost control and plowed into a crowd of people. Police say they were monitoring that vehicle for reckless driving, but Ford ended up crashing outside of one of 7th Avenue's busiest night spots.
Well, we can tell you it appears that the driver involved, who is now behind bars this morning, he was racing another car on some local streets just a few miles away from Ybor City. Like
a few miles away. Keep that in mind.
You mentioned TPD were tracking him with their air service, and then FHP got involved. I'll step out of the way to show you what the scene looks like at this 9 o'clock hour. We do have a tow truck that just came and removed the mangled car from the front of Bradley's on 7th. That's the establishment that this car ultimately ended up crashing into, but right before it plowed into a crowd of people that were just enjoying a night out.
Does anybody reasonably believe that the driver of this car would have crashed into a business and careened into a crowd of people if he wasn't being chased by FHP?
And were on the sidewalk. Now, Tampa police say this all started just after 12:30 this morning when their air unit spotted two cars racing near Hannah and Nebraska Avenues, and one of them, who we now know was driven by a 22-year-old man from Dade City, Silas Sampson, kept speeding through Tampa onto I-275 southbound before exiting downtown and heading this direction.
What do they mean by speeding? Was he going 130? Was he going 91? Was he doing 75? How fast was he going? No report will tell you. And those helicopters have LiDAR. They can tell you exactly how fast that vehicle is going.
From the air, police kept eyes on the car as it continued speeding. Florida Highway Patrol troopers located it near Palm and Nebraska. They tried to make a traffic stop and try to pit maneuver, but Sampson continued speeding towards Ybor City.
We've seen how dangerous those pit maneuvers are, and they don't care where they're doing them. It could be a high population area. It could be a low density area. They'll do a pit maneuver wherever. They don't care if you're a pregnant woman. They don't care if it looks like you're about to pull over and look for a safe spot. They'll just pit you.
Moments later, investigators say he lost control while speeding down 7th Avenue near North 15th Street, hitting a group of pedestrians and slamming into the front of Bradley's on 7th. Here's more.
But why was he speeding down 7th Avenue? Was he being pursued? We're going to listen to the Tampa police lie to us, and they haven't released any dash cam or body cam evidence to support any of their claims, any of their assertions, any of their statements.
From Tampa Police Chief Ybor.
They were out in Ybor having a good time, expecting to go home safely, and a careless, reckless driver takes everybody's lives in his hands and just ended this night in a situation that's never going to be the same for these individuals.
Chief Burkhaw said 3 victims died here at the scene and a 4th at a local hospital. 11 others were injured. 1 is in critical condition at this time. Now, over the hours, reaction has started to pour in from across the Tampa Bay area. Bradley's on 7th, if you're not familiar, is a very popular night spot for the LGBTQ plus community. And St. Pete Pride posted this statement not too long ago on their social media saying, quote, "Our hearts are heavy. Many of us have shared laughter, love, and unforgettable memories at Bradley's on 7th. St. Pete Pride is holding the victims, their loved ones, and everyone affected in our hearts. They are planning a candlelight vigil at 7 p.m. here and are encouraging folks to come pay their respects." Now, with that being said, I should mention that Tampa police have given no indication that this was any sort of targeted attack. Again, this driver speeding down 7th Avenue, losing control of the car. None of the victims have been identified yet, but the driver identified as 22-year-old Silas Sampson of Dade City. He remains in custody. He's facing 4 counts of vehicular homicide with additional felony charges expected as this investigation continues.
Now let's listen to Tampa's Thin Blue Line gang tell us sweet little lies.
This morning we had a tragic incident where at least 4 victims senselessly lost their lives and 11 others were injured as a result of a careless, reckless driver. As you would imagine, this is a complex investigation involving multiple agencies, and I will provide preliminary information about what we know right now. This morning, just around 12:30, our air service was in the area of Hannah in Nebraska, and they saw 2 vehicles that appeared to be racing going westbound on Hillsborough Avenue towards the interstate.
Racing? How fast?
They see one vehicle go on the interstate southbound on 275. The other vehicle breaks off.
He could have easily given the speed. He's not giving the speed.
Air service goes over the radio and asks if any units are in the area. They're following the vehicle, our air service, going south on 275. This vehicle exits in the downtown area, and at that point, our partners, FHP, and one of our units sees this vehicle in the area of Nebraska and Palm. At that point, 2 FHP units attempt a traffic stop on it, and the vehicle flees, and then they attempt a pit maneuver. After that, unfortunately, this vehicle went at a high rate of speed down 7th Avenue.
So he attempted to flee, and they continued chasing him attempted a pit maneuver when they could have just got his license plate and then met him at home.
And tragically, just west of 15th Street, or just east of 15th Street, hit over a dozen people. And at that location, we had 4 that were deceased and 11 others that were injured. And what I can tell you is all the victims were over 20, and they were all adults. And we had 4 that were here that tragically lost their lives. They were out in Ybor having a good time, expecting to go home safely. And a careless, reckless driver takes everybody's lives in his hands and just ended this night in a situation that's never going to be the same for these individuals.
And this is bad. I don't cut any grace or any slack for a reckless driver who's going to put other lives in danger. But was it exacerbated by the police presence? Was there a pursuit that caused him to continue to speed and drive recklessly?
You know, at this time, I'd like to have Sergeant Gaskins from Florida Highway Patrol talk a little bit more about what FHP did.
Thank you.
Oh, a state trooper. We're going to get a lot of truth out of this guy.
Good morning. Again, responding to a request for assistance from our partners with the Tampa Police Department, FHP troopers engaged this driver, a 22-year-old Dade City man. They attempted an unsuccessful pit maneuver. As the vehicle continued into the Ybor City area, my troopers backed off. They disengaged, backed off.
Oh, they did they? Can you prove that, Sergeant? Because I don't believe you until we get the video.
And shortly thereafter, we had the crash that you see behind us here.
How long after you decided to back off and stop pursuing did the crash happen? They're not forthcoming with this information, and there's probably a reason for that.
3 people deceased on scene, 1 person deceased at the hospital. Florida Highway Patrol is leading with charges of vehicular homicide at this point, with additional felony charges to follow. Our advanced traffic homicide teams, they're doing the investigation. It's going to take a while for them to get all the facts and everything together. But again, the charges, the gentleman that is involved with this is in custody, and we're working with our partners to open up the Ybor City area as soon as possible. Thank you.
It's that guy. That guy's responsible. We bear no responsibility for this horrific tragedy. Now, one of the reporters is going to ask the police chief, hey, were you guys still pursuing him, or what's going on here?
And I'd like to thank the Florida Highway Patrol and the State Attorney's Office, and also Tampa Fire Rescue for assisting us in the investigation. And our officers were on the scene immediately and provided first aid. And again, this is very tragic, and I feel for the families and all of those impacted.
So were they on the scene immediately because you guys did continue to pursue, or did you back off like you said you did? Because immediately sounds like you were right there, Johnny, on the spot.
Any questions?
Was he actively being chased when he wrecked here?
No, as the sergeant said, they had disengaged. All right.
The sergeant said they disengaged, and I believe they disengaged. Well, I personally believe what happened in Tampa looked more like this.
Damn, wild, dude. Look at them. They're pinning them in. Still going. Oh, they're shooting. Oh, he's coming back. Damn! What in the actual fuck?
And this right here is probably why the Tampa police officers were immediately on the scene to render aid. Leave your thoughts about this for the World and the Global Thought Police in the comments section below. What do you think? Do you think the Tampa police officers backed off, or do you think they were continuing to pursue, which led the guy who was driving recklessly to careen into the business and kill 4 people, injuring 11 others? Leave your thoughts about this for the World and the Global Thought Police in the comments section below, and I will see you in the next video.